How do you calculate safe load limits for heavy construction equipment? Imagine you're about to lift a massive load with a crane or move heavy materials with a loader. How do you know you're not pushing the equipment beyond its limits? That's where calculating safe load limits comes into play. It's a vital part of working safely in construction and a key skill for heavy equipment operators. First, you need to know the maximum capacity of the equipment. Every piece of heavy machinery, like cranes, forklifts, or loaders, has a rated maximum load capacity set by the manufacturer. This is based on the design and strength of the machine. For example, a crane might have a load chart showing it can lift up to 10,000 pounds when the boom is at a certain length and angle. Next, you must determine the weight of the load you plan to lift. You can do this by checking manufacturer specifications for the materials or machinery involved. If you have a scale or load cell, you can weigh the load directly. Sometimes, you can calculate the weight by measuring the volume of the load and multiplying it by the material's density. Remember to include the weight of any rigging or attachments you use to lift the load. Understanding the load center is also important. The load center is the horizontal distance from the lifting point to the center of gravity of the load. The farther the load center from the equipment, the less weight it can safely lift. Most load charts will have information on how the capacity decreases as the load center increases. Operational conditions can affect the safe load limits too. For example, lowering the boom angle on a crane reduces its lifting capacity. Working on uneven or sloped ground can decrease stability by around 15 to 20%. Attachments like fork extensions or side shift devices also lower the maximum load capacity, usually by 5 to 15%. Manufacturers provide detailed load charts and sometimes formulas to help operators calculate safe working loads. For cranes, a simple formula might be: safe working load equals the structural strength of the crane multiplied by the boom strength factor. The boom strength factor accounts for the boom's angle and length, helping operators understand how these factors influence capacity. Safety margins are essential. Operators should always add extra caution by following industry standards and regulations. Dynamic forces, such as swinging loads or sudden stops, can increase the load on the equipment, so it's important to factor those in. In practice, heavy equipment operators need to always consult the load charts before lifting. They should accurately assess the load weight and its center of gravity. Adjust their lifting plans based on the boom angle, attachments, and ground conditions. Regularly inspecting the equipment for wear or damage is also important because any issues can reduce the equipment's capacity. Training is key. Operators should understand how to do these calculations and follow safe operation techniques. By combining equipment specifications, precise load measurements, and operational adjustments, operators can determine safe load limits. This helps keep everyone safe on the site and ensures the machinery works efficiently.